Hi guys, I like to start off by installing Git. Just check Git version and it'll tell you if you have it or not. And so I'm downloading it here. Then I like to create a dev folder on my desktop, and that's where I store all my stuff. And then I also take a lot of screenshots and screen recordings. So I create a screenshots folder inside dev, and then I route everything towards there. And this is the command that you use for that. And this will be linked in the description of this video, so don't worry about that. But that's what I like to do. Then check that Git was successful by checking the version again, and it'll tell you which Git version you're on, and you're good to go. Then I installed my sfsymbols because it just makes your life so much easier. And then I like the default version, but there's this one that you can use, like the little app one. It's cute. Then iTerm 2 is super customizable, and that is why I am downloading it. I'm going to show you guys here what you can do with preferences. To download it, it's just very straightforward, as you can see. But now you go to preferences, and then to profiles, and then here at the bottom, the status bar enabled. This is what I love to do to check my memory utilization, which is most important to me. But then you can also check CPU utilization, which branch you're on, all that sort of jazz. So I like to use these auto rainbow and automatic so that it looks kind of cute. My favorite package manager is Homebrew, so I'm going to go ahead and install Homebrew. Just enter my password and then just go through the motions of installation. This is important to install cocoapods. I don't really use cocoapods often for my native iOS projects, but I definitely do, and it is important for Flutter because Flutter uses a lot of cocoapods for different things. So I'm installing cocoapods right now. For source control and to talk to GitHub, I'm going to use an SSH key. So here's how you generate one and add a new SSH key. It's pretty straightforward. Don't be intimidated, but it just has so many passwords and stuff that I'm not gonna show it right now. But yeah, this is what I recommend, so you don't have to enter your credentials every single time that you want to push or do anything. Now for Xcode, to do native iOS development, if you have a developer account, you can go here and choose any version of Xcode. By the way, you can have multiple versions of Xcode that you need, but I'm just going to get the latest version for now from the Appstore. An app that I like to have handy is this sfsymbols, because it shows what the sfsymbols are in the sfsymbols package in native iOS development. So just go here and download it, and then you'll have a handy little app in your Launchpad. Now, Visual Studio Code is my favorite IDE for Flutter development. So just go here and just download it. It's very straightforward. It's from Microsoft. Visual Studio Code is also very customizable, so I'm going to show you a few of the extensions I use and how I set it up. So to start off, I choose my color theme. I like high contrast, is easiest on my eyes, and I find it easy to read. Now mark that as done, and going towards these like 4 little boxes, that's the extensions manager. So I'm just going to look for Flutter first. You need to install Flutter and Dart, and then there's really other extensions that you can use, like Flutter widgets, Flutter stylizer. One that I always get is Beautify, and it color codes brackets and such. I find Safari to be most efficient on a Mac, but I do like Chrome, and you kind of need it because there's a lot of stuff that only runs on Chrome. And now to the meat of potatoes on how to install Flutter. If you have an M1 like mine, here are specific instructions on that, and I recommend you read them. But here are the basic steps of what you need to do here in my little banner. And now we're going to go through it together. And the very first step is to allow downloads and to download this zip folder. Once downloaded, I'm going to unzip it and move it to a more permanent address. So what I'm going to do is go to my home, and then inside there I'm going to create my developer folder, and then I'm going to move Flutter inside there. In home, you will find this hidden file called zshrc. Just go ahead and open it, and we're going to add our path. If you stored it in the same place I did, then the path for the Flutter directory can just be replaced with home, which is the same as your username. Don't forget to save your sfsymbols file, and now I'm going to run Flutter version just to see if it went through. Now I'm getting that bad CPU type executable, and I just googled how to fix that, and I had to that install Rosetta, and then that seems to help. So now I'm going to try again Flutter version, and then this is just a nice tip on how to do that. Now Flutter is installed, because you can see this, welcome to Flutter. And now we can use Flutter Doctor. And as you can see here, I'm gonna see what happens. And yeah, there's a problem with Android because we haven't downloaded it yet. So I'm gonna download Android Studio. Just accept the licenses, get the Mac with Apple chip, because that's the one we have right now. And just go through the motions of installation. Very straightforward. Just, yeah, definitely move Android Studio into the applications folder. While I'm installing Android Studio, I am going to leave all the options as the default options, and so I'm just going to like click next and go through the motions. Wait until this stops downloading so that you can go to the next step, and then go to Preferences, Plugins, and you need the Flutter plugin. Pro tip, do not touch Kotlin. That is death for Android Studio. Don't touch it. Now go to Android SDK and SDK tools, and make sure that Android SDK command line tools and that platform tools are clicked on, and I'll click OK. And now Flutter Doctor again is going to work a little bit better because we have Android Studio now. And as you can see, we still need to install the Android licenses, so go ahead and run that command that is telling you to run. And that is all I need to do for this section. I accepted all those terms and conditions here, just yes, yes, yes. And now running Flutter Doctor one more time. Let's see if we get no errors in our installation. There we go. So all no issues found. We are ready to go to start Flutter development. Now I'll go over how to set up an Android emulator. Go and create virtual device. Then the Nexus 6 is one that I recommend to use. It's pretty light considering it's an Android emulator. Then the latest API, it's API 32 right now, and that's the one I'll install. Then next, give it a short name. I recommend that because you're going to be picking it a lot. And now use hardware GLES 2.0 so that we can be a little bit more efficient. And now finish, and now you're going to have your Nexus right there. It should show up. Flutter create just to make this test project, and as you can see, we can see that push button program that we get. Then for some project management tools, I use ClickUp. Go to the link I'll have in the description, and then this is how you can download it for the Mac M1. Now Sublime Text can handle super heavy logs, which I need sometimes for debugging, so this is the one that I recommend if you don't need a lot of customization or anything, but you just want something that'll handle just any amount of text that you have. And then Atom is my favorite text editor for if I need something with a lot more bells and whistles. This is, I'll show you what it looks like right now. I'll just put it into my applications folder. I like Atom, it's pretty cool and very customizable, but it does crash on me if I have like a lot of logs to go over. I also use a disk cleaner to help me out with keeping my disk nice and clear. I think I paid for this back in the day, but I don't remember how much it was. But I liked it. It's helpful. Now for Slack, just go ahead and download it. We all need it. And sign into your workspaces, and then SQLite Data Browser. Great tool to look over your SQLite data persistence. Now to organize my banner, I'm sorry if the viewer is cutting off the bottom, but I'm doing my best here, hovering over things so you guys can see it. And then I wrote here in my banner how I keep stuff, my apps organized.